What's going on, everybody? It's Guns for Hire from You Always Win, and I want to ask you, is the Vesper ruined? The reason why I ask that is because in the recent update, they did some major tuning in the opposite direction of good to the Vesper. And you know what? Many of you have been saying that it's OP, or you would say that it's OP, that's why it was, but I just, I get the fine-tuning and everything like that, but did it ruin this actual weapon? So this gameplay is actually, well, from today when I recorded it, and it is post the update. At first when I played this, the first time that I hopped on and actually played with the Vesper after the update happened was when I was in LA hanging out with Meatwagon22 for, the Can We Survive stuff. And I'm used to it. I usually play with one or two weapons, and I get good with them, and I get to know them. I know how they, their recoil, their fire rate. I know when to let off the trigger, and that's why I do it. I always find like one assault rifle that I like, one SMG, and that's what I stick with. And I use them over and over again until like they're just part of me. They're just an extension. I don't have to ever worry about it. But when I hopped on in LA, oh my God, I could not hit anything. I mean, seriously, I couldn't hit the broad side of a barn if my life depended on it. I mean, the kickback was ridiculous. So I was like, wow, did they actually ruin this? Am I gonna have to find a different weapon? Because originally when I first started playing Black Ops 3, I didn't actually like the Vesper. I didn't like it at all. I was using the Cuda and the VMP, primarily the VMP, until they nerfed that and kind of ruined that. So all of a sudden I come on and I'm like, I can't hit anything. The recoil on it is ridiculous. So I had to play a little around with it a little bit. I got my class here. I think I've got grip, long barrel, and obviously I got a sight on it. And I think I've also got extend mags on there. And I think I've figured this thing out. It had to be nerfed, I guess, to a certain degree. I don't like it when guns are unnecessarily nerfed or buffed or whatever like that based on the complaints constant. Because, let's face it, when people get owned by guns, it doesn't really matter. Maybe that person just is way better than you. Sometimes. Other times, yeah, I get it. Some weapons are absolutely ridiculous. Like in Star Wars Battlefront, the DL-44, that thing is OP, and it was ridiculous. Everyone was using it, and if you used it, you pretty much got kills all the time. Now, Vesper was kind of like that with the SMGs. It shoots so quickly that in 1v1, and that's why I used it, because I couldn't win with a VMP or a Cuda in a 1v1 if someone actually knew what they were doing and they were on target. So when I was fighting, I was like, screw this. I'll fight fire with fire. I'm not one to pick a weapon just so I can prove to anyone. I choose weapons that are good, and I get really good with them. But then when they made the changes, I was like, wow, I got to relearn this weapon. Didn't really take me that long. I honestly don't think it's ruined. You just got to control the recoil. So, although you can't really see it here, almost kind of like in Counter-Strike, if any of you play that, you got to kind of pull down on it. I think I've got the handle of it. So no, at first I was, honestly, this video was probably when I got back. I was like, you know what, Vesper's ruined, got to find a new SMG, this really sucks. But, I'm stubborn, and I'm like, I love the Vesper, I love what it did for me, and I just basically reacquainted myself with its new characteristics. It's still a beast gun. Hopefully they don't nerf it, even more, because this game of constantly nerfing the best weapon is just going to end up making all of the weapons really crappy. And it's just based on the constant complaining. There's always going to be one weapon that performs better, and sometimes even better in the hands of certain individuals. Sometimes it's not the weapon, it's your inability to deal with it and facing opponents that are actually way better. Hopefully they don't nerf the Vesper anymore. I think I can handle this, and hopefully people are happy and don't cry too much to destroy this weapon again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to hit the like button and stay tuned for more Black Ops 3 here on You Always Win.